Welcome to Season 2 of True and Scary. New true and scary stories from around the world. With your host Joseph. Our feature subject this season will be serial killers. Hang tight. After this short break we will kick off this exciting new season. True and Scary.
This is Season 2 of True and Scary. As of now you can hear us on Amazon Music. True and Scary, your host, Joseph. Remember to like and subscribe.
Graphic violence on screen, particularly as it gets into the home to children who may be unattended or unaware that they may be a Ted Bundy who has that vulnerability. Each time I'd harm someone, each time I'd kill someone, there'd be an enormous amount, especially at first, enormous amount of horror, guilt, remorse afterwards. But then that impulse to do it again would come back even stronger.
The fascination with serial killers can be a complex topic and varies from person to person. There are several reasons why some Americans may be intrigued by serial killers. 1. True crime genre. True crime stories, including those about serial killers, have gained substantial popularity in recent years. Books, documentaries, podcasts, and TV shows dedicated to exploring these cases have attracted a significant audience. People are drawn to the suspense, mystery, and psychological aspects of these stories. 2. Morbid curiosity. Humans have a natural curiosity about dark and disturbing subjects. Serial killers are often seen as aberrations of society, and people might be curious to understand their motives, psychology, and the events that led to their crimes. 3. Psychology and human behavior. Serial killers present a challenging subject for psychologists, criminologists, and behavioral analysts. The study of these individuals can provide insights into the complexities of human behavior, mental disorders, and the factors that contribute to criminal behavior. 4. Media portrayal. Serial killers have been featured in popular culture for decades, providing a fictionalized representation of their stories. Books like American Psycho, and movies like The Silence of the Lambs, have achieved great success, further increasing the interest in this topic. 5. Personal safety and awareness. Learning about serial killers can also fulfill a more practical purpose. Some people may have a desire to understand the methods and patterns of these criminals to protect themselves and their loved ones. However, it's important to note that not all Americans are fascinated by serial killers, and different individuals may have their own unique reasons for finding this subject intriguing.
In their towns and their communities, people like me today, whose dangerous impulses are being fueled day in and day out by violence in the media in its various forms. It was like a black hole. It was like a crack, and everything that fell into that crack just disappeared.
People say Ted Bundy didn't show any emotion. There must be something in that. I showed emotion. You know what people said? See, you really can get violent and angry.
I don't want to die.
I have got to keep myself together. I have got to stay calm. I've got to keep my presence of mind, because as long as I do that, I'm going to beat these people. And that's the way I feel.
You have found Season 2 of True and Scary. This season is about serial killers. We found some interesting, some scary, and some strange stories for you about some notorious serial killers of our time. Your host is Joseph. This is True and Scary.
You are listening to True and Scary. I am Joseph. We are listening to excerpts from Ted Bundy's interviews here on True and Scary, in the mind of a serial killer. True and Scary. Serial Killer, Episode 1.
There's going to be people turning up in canyons, and there are going to be people being shot in Salt Lake City because the police there aren't willing to accept what I think they know, and they know that I didn't do these things.
I'd like to be able to convey to you what that experience is like, but I can't. I won't be able to talk about that. Okay. It was like coming out of some kind of horrible trance or dream. It's scary when I think what would have happened to me if I had seen. It was scary enough.
This is True and Scary. I am Joseph. Hang on, we'll be right back after this short break. And we are back here on True and Scary. Let's get back to the interviews from Ted Bundy. Here on True and Scary.
When I see what's on cable TV, some of the movies, some of the violence in the movies that come into homes today was stuff that they wouldn't show in X-rated adult theaters 30 years ago. The most common interest among serial killers is pornography. I deserve certainly the most extreme punishment society has, and I think society deserves to be protected from me and from others like me.
You have been listening to excerpts from interviews of Ted Bundy. I'm Joseph, your host here on True and Scary. We'll be right back.
You are listening to True and Scary. Your host is Joseph. Tune in each week where we feature your true and scary stories from around the world.
Welcome to Season 2 of True and Scary. New true and scary stories from around the world. With your host Joseph. Our feature subject this season will be serial killers. Hang tight. After this short break we will kick off this exciting new season. True and Scary.
True and Scary. Your host is Joseph. Tune in each week where we feature your true and scary stories from around the world.